Oh, Mr. Bennett, you do vex me so.
Until the body is seagull. Why this romantic?
Why are you not doing the Macarena with me?
What? Hey, party people, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, I'm Ellie.
I'm Haley.
And we are
Damn Good Shindig.
It's a place where we creatively celebrate the things we love.
We do. What are we loving this month, Ellie?
Well, it's springtime.
It is springtime.
Yeah.
Yay. The flowers are in bloom.
It's beautiful. It smells good. So you know what that means.
Well, I know what it means for me.
Yeah.
It means that I have that, that feminine urge to throw a Pride and Prejudice themed tea party. I don't know about you.
Oh, I get that every spring like clockwork.
But this year in particular, it is the 20th anniversary of the very important seminal classic, the Keira Knightley version of the Pride and Prejudice movie.
Oh yeah, that one with the guy who's not Colin Firth.
Man, we really all have just our Pride and Prejudices that are close to our hearts, and apparently this one is not Ellie's.
As I've never seen that movie before, that is why I'm a
okay.
Colin Firth girly, but I'm very excited to see this one in theaters.
Makes sense. I think we should, and I think we should also throw a tea party, because what is more Regency than a tea?
Yeah.
To get ourselves hyped for it, and get our friends hyped for it, and most importantly, get you hyped for it. So you should join us, and you're invited to our
Regency Era Tea Shindig.
So Ellie, what are the elements of a tea?
Okay, number one, tea. It's kind of like the main thing, so you gotta do it. So let's make sure we get some of that.
Get some tea. Got it. And then we need a nice spread
Oh yeah.
of little treats.
Little finger sandwiches.
Little finger sandwiches.
Little scones. Nom nom nom.
Little cakes.
Yes. All the good stuff.
Yes. And then we need a beautiful decorated table spread.
Oh, yes. I mean, it has to have like the details.
Yes.
The
florals.
The charm, the colors.
The sparkle.
The vibes. The
vibes.
vibes need to be Regency, and
We will
that will
set the vibes.
Exactly. And then to go along with our beautiful setting, we need beautiful Regency inspired outfits.
We do. We need the fits.
Yeah.
And then
We should do some really fun Regency activities, which may or may not look like things we do still to this day.
whoa.
You will see.
Yes. So last but not least, the activities.
Okay.
Okay.
I think we
got
have all the stuff.
all the
So-
mixings?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
it's looking really good.
Yeah.
So let's get started.
Party.
Powers.
Activate.
Wah!
So tea. The fancy afternoon tea you might think of when someone says, let's go to tea, was not yet a thing during the Regency. Instead, it was something that happened during your gentleman caller visits or in after-dinner gatherings.
In Austen's novels, tea was often used as a transition from the formality of dinner to like the more intimate and casual settings of after-dinner activities. She also used tea preferences as a subtle way to show character insights and personalities.
So in Austen's time, tea was very expensive and mostly imported from China. So it was a precious commodity. And as such was kept under lock and key. In fact, it was kept in a box, and the lock was always locked, and the lady of the house was the only one to have the key. The mistress, with the help of her servants, would unlock the tea caddy and brew and prepare the tea and pour the tea all in front of her guests, so everyone would know that this is the prime stuff. No smooch here.
Okay, smooch that Haley just mentioned, we're not talking about kissing. It was actually a really gross product from the tea black market where smugglers would like add all these nasty things to their tea to make the quantity like last longer and sell more of it. And like sand and sheep's dung were some of the things that were added to it. Gross. So today we're gonna throw ourselves a casual little intimate tea out here that's going to be reminiscent of some of the teas our favorite characters experienced in her novels.
We love a tea sandwich here.
We do, and this is my number one recipe. Well, it's not a recipe, but it's my number one choice of flavor. Like, Max and I will literally have tea, and we'll make these all the time together at home.
Her husband.
Yes.
We're going to make cucumber sandwiches, and here we go.
Here we go. So, we got all of our ingredients. You already saw that part. I'm going to start chopping this cucumber. Haley's going to start spreading the bread. So, I pretty much think that cucumbers might be the perfect vegetable.
Oh, yes? What about them makes you say that?
Okay, well, A, they're what pickles are before they get pickled, so.
That's very true.
And I love pickles. B, they're like just delicious and probably everything you've ever had. I don't know, I'm a big fan of cucumbers. They're probably my fave.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
What about sea cucumbers?
I don't know. Sure, yeah, they're great too. I'm a cucumber fan. So when slicing your cucumber, you are gonna wanna just do as thin as possible. But you know, it doesn't matter really. It's all about that.
It helps you cut through it at the end.
It helps you cut through it at the end, but you can make them thick if you want to.
Here we go. Let's layer them on. Now, do we sandwich the cucumbers in two pieces with just...
I think we can just do this.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Whoa. Oh my God. That was wild.
So wild. All right, and now we're going to cut off the crusts.
Yes.
Bam.
Ooh.
That was
nice.
Good. One go. This is why you want them nice and thin, right?
Exactly. And like we were saying before, like this bread is so almost completely square that it's so easy to cut up the crust. If you get a bread that's like, you know, has like that McDonald's M or something on it, like
how much bread do you get that has McDonald's M's on it?
Well, you know what I'm talking about, like the little like butt thing on the top of bread.
You always have so many leftover little crusts here. They're great for snacking.
Yeah, honestly. I'm really hungry.
Yeah, go for it. Oops.
Oh.
Gotta hold it down. I forgot the...
Oh, a square cut or a rectangle cut.
We're gonna do rectangle cut today.
Ooh, I like it. You can cut however you want. Square or, you know, nice little like diagonal.
We've got our beautiful cucumber sandwiches.
Ta-da!
Set your table guided by the romance and the simple country elements of Austen's England. Go with sparkling silvers and glittering crystal. Some of the things that spark your idea of whimsy and romance. The color palette is light and delicate.
So you're gonna want a tablecloth. Now, this can be anything that's aesthetically pleasing to you. So if your vibes is floral and pastel, let's do it. Typically for Regency, it's gonna be a more delicate white short tablecloth, little lace or embroidery on it. So obviously for tea, you're gonna wanna have teacups and saucers for all your guests. You can do a really cute mix and match for all the different teacups you find at a thrift store, which would be super cute. There's always some, you know, like there's millions every time we go. You're also going to want to make sure everyone has their handy dandy teaspoon so you can mix in your sugar and your cream just the way you like to make the perfect cup of tea. So forks and knives are also going to be appreciated depending on what you're serving for your guests. And then typically you're going to want to have salad plates. They're the smaller version of dinner plates, usually 6 to 8 inches in diameter. So you're probably picturing that 3-tiered cake stand that you see in all of those traditional high teas. And those are great, but that wasn't really a thing yet in Regency. But this is nice because now you can just thrift some really cute little different platters and just use an assortment to create a beautiful tablescape with different layers.
In the Regency, a lady's fine porcelain and serving utensils were everything that showed her status to her guests. So it's all about getting those fun pieces. So you can go to thrift stores, you can mix and match, you can find the things, and you can bring them all together. And eclectic is totally fine. It's all about real items that aren't paper or plastic. If you have a family heirloom, break it out, because this is the time.
Fashion!
So one of the most important parts of throwing a theme party
is the look, the dress.
Our dress, but also our guest's dress.
Yes.
And it is so fun to have everyone come in costume. It gets them in the mood even before they get here.
Yes.
So we love to send a mood board, and you can do whatever you want to get your guests in the mood. If you want to set a color palette, etc. But we want to make it accessible. We want to make it fun. And we want to make it easy for them to pick from their own closets.
And luckily now, since we live in the Bridgerton era, there are so many like Regency core outfits that are off the racks, ready to go. You can find them at thrift stores. You can find them in a store. Like you do not have to look far and wide to get something that will be appropriate for this party.
Yes. So we'll start here by taking a look at an actual
historically made
Regency gown. And here's just some things we're going to look for. So you can see that we have the all-important Empire high waist. You can see a square neckline. And you can see some cute little flouncy sleeves.
Flounce.
And of course, a long gown is preferable. And you know, you could do some light patterning in there too, but not required.
And also, this dress is very evocative of the color palette that is most commonly seen for Regency style, especially afternoon, daytime tea. So we have the light pastels, the florals. It's a vibe, okay? So this is what we're gonna look for.
Okay.
These are a few outfits that we pulled from our own closets. So you can just kind of see modern examples of what we just talked about.
We'll start with a sulky because
this is a great example.
Yes.
Look at the sleeves.
Very floofy.
Look at the square neckline.
Very square.
Look at the empire waist.
Very high. And a pretty full length. It's not totally floor length, but that's okay.
It's beautiful.
For menswear, we're going to start with your basic white collared shirt.
Yes. The fluffier, flouncier sleeves, the better. But really anything will do. If you have a button down in your closet, that's going to be a great starting point. Then you're going to pair it with
a waistcoat.
A waistcoat?
A waistcoat. Looks like waistcoat, Ellie.
Oh,
You've read that a few times, I know.
Nice.
I promise you. So for Regency specifically, we're looking for something that is a little higher in the waist. Maybe you just take one, you find it at the thrift store, and you just crop it up or fold it up.
Fold it in. A lapel is really nice to have.
A lapel is great, and you can flip it up.
Pop it up.
Yeah.
Be cool. Be
a popped up collar is great. Yeah. The Regency was all about simple lines for the men.
Yes.
Just to add that special flair, we've got
cravat. Which is basically like a scarf necktie.
Yes. The more flounce, the better. So you can use just a piece of white linen for that, or a scarf. All of that will work.
So there you go. Those are some easy tips and tricks to find a closet or thrift Regency era outfit. Great.
Tea time.
It's tea time. Time to make the tea.
We have here our teapot.
And we have here our tea.
And we have back here our kettle, which is on.
It's boiling the water as we speak.
The kettle's on. So when the water boils, we're going to put a little bit of it in here and we're going to swish it around. We're just going to warm up the teapot.
Crucial step.
Before the tea. Then we're going to pour that out.
And then we're going to put in our tea, and then we're going to put the rest of the boiling water in it to make the tea. Yes. So traditionally, this should really be loose leaf tea, but we wanted to get something that was around in the Regency time, and they didn't have any loose leaf version of this at the store. So we have bags. So we're going to use bags, and it's going to be great.
But we could rip open the bags.
Nah.
We've
Too
got
much
tea
work.
bags these days. Let's use them.
Let's use them. It's less mess for everyone involved.
Yeah. How many bags do we want to do, Ellie?
Ooh, well, how many cups does this make?
Let's say 4.
4 cups? So then we should
This
do
is precise science here.
4. I think it's
think-
more than that.
I think that's enough.
That's enough.
That feels like enough tea.
That feels like, yeah, it's great, it's great. Oh, the water, it boiled. Woo.
So we're just gonna add a little bit. Woo, look at that go.
That's plenty.
Okay. I'm gonna pour that out.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Ooh, look at this. Look at that.
Nice and warm.
Nice and warm.
All right, tea bags in.
Tea bags are going in. Here we are.
Fill it up.
Lovely.
Perfect amount.
And we're gonna let that seep for about 5 minutes. So there's different temperatures and different seeping times for your tea. So if you're making a different type of tea, please read the instructions and do what they say.
Yeah.
But this
The instructions will know.
Yeah, this is straight black tea. This is English breakfast. It's the hottest temperature, the longest steep typically.
Yes. But we can do a couple little tests throughout just to see what our personal preference is. So that's why we have this white cup here.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to pour it a little bit to show you that currently this is a very weak tea. That is a very light brown color. And we want it to be a nice medium amber tone,
Yeah.
but not too dark. Once it starts getting opaque, you have oversteeped it.
Oh yeah, don't want that.
No, 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 no.
Oh, hi Jasper.
Oh, is that the tea dog?
Do you want to say hello?
This is the tea dog. His name is Jasper.
He's like, what? Is there food for me? No, I don't think so.
It's only tea.
I think it's done.
Let's pour it out and test,
let's
shall
test
we?
it. Ooh, look at that color.
Look at that beautiful amber color.
Ooh, don't spill.
Oh,
Great.
excellent. I think it's time.
Awesome. So once you reach perfection, you're gonna want to discard your tea bags, and we're gonna use this cup as our slop
bowl?
bowl. Yeah, that's what
Slop
I call
bowl.
slop bowl. And there we go. And now we can serve it. So I think.
Let's go transform ourselves.
Okay. Yeah. It's time to get dressed.
Time to get dressed. Bye. You look lovely.
Oh, thank you. So do you.
Oh my goodness. Well,
And so does our table.
our table's so beautiful.
I mean, you and your family have so many lovely collectibles that we are able to use on this table right now.
I know. This we found at a thrift store.
It matches my hair.
It does such a good. And so we actually themed everything around it. So we went with pinks and greens and whites, and it just looks so delicate and pretty.
Yes, it's beautiful. And you have your family silver tea service. And we have some beautiful silver trays with some of our delightful eats and snacks on them.
So here we have our first course, which would be the scones with clotted cream.
Then we have our tea sandwiches, which were those beautiful cucumber sandwiches we made.
And, of course, last but never least, our dessert tray with tarts.
Awesome.
And our freshly steeped tea.
Yes. Let us have some, shall we? Right. Now, you guys all witness that this is no smooch.
No smooch here.
This is the good stuff.
What a beautiful color.
Awesome.
Lovely pour.
Thank you. Of course, Haley and I both love black tea, but if you would like some cream or some sugar, we have the accoutrements right here.
Including these little tonks.
That's the most fun part. Awesome. Cheers.
Cheers! That was a delightful tea. So after tea, let's talk about some activities for your Regency Era tea party. Yes. There are the usuals like charades and cards, and of course showing off your piano skills. But tonight, we're going to catch some air.
Yes, the Regency Era was the dawn of a revolutionary activity, walking in public.
Oh, shocking.
Yes, and the promenade was just raw dog walking, okay? There was no Pokemon Go.
Nope.
No AirPods. It was just walking to see and be seen in the highest fashions. Of course.
Of course. Austen used the act of walking in her novels as a plot device and a character device. Many events happen while characters are out walking. All sorts of chance meetings.
Ooh. Yes, I do recall the Bennet sisters going on many a promenade.
So, dare we promenade?
Yes, we shall.
Join us?
We're going to be dancing Hole in the Wall. All right, we begin with honors, the gentleman bow and the ladies curtsy. And then the top couple will cast off below the bottom couple and then lead up through the center. And now the bottom couple, you're going to cast down and go around us, and then you'll lead down through the center. Here you go. And now we do a hole in the wall cross. So with my diagonal corner, we're going to approach in the center, keeping facing each other, rotate around each other without touching, and then back up into each other's place. Stare longingly into the person's eyes. It adds a little bit of extra. And now, hole in the wall cross. Now, hands four in a circle. We're going to rotate the circle clockwise a half turn so that the top couple ends up back in their original places. All right, and now from here we drop hands. The top couple is going to cast off again, but this time the bottom couple is going to lead up into their place, and that is how we progress to our new positions. And that is the entire dance, and we repeat from our new positions.
Let's do it!
about a bonus second activity that was so
Oh
much
my
fun.
goodness, what a delightful surprise that we just happened to run into.
Those lovely gentlemen.
What wonderful gentlemen. And one of them just happens to be a member of the Historical Tea and Dance Society of Pasadena.
Yeah.
Where you can do English country dance like that all the time. There's probably one near you, so just check it out. It's very easy to learn. It's very fun.
Yes.
Did you have a good time?
I had a great time. Thank you so much, Kat and Eric, for helping us out with that.
Yes.
That was awesome.
So that brings us to the end of our Pride and Prejudice tea.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sad, but what a delightful evening it was. And now we get to go catch this movie in the theaters.
Yes, I hope you guys do too. If you found this video most agreeable, please delicately hit that like button and subscribe for future endeavors.
Because there's a party, and then there's a
A
damn
damn good
Shindig.
Till next time.
Bye.